It's another battle for the Aggies, and the KSL Sports Zone has it covered. It's a season-opening home game for the Aggies as they welcome UTEP to Maverick Stadium. Your home for all the play-by-play coverage of Aggie football is right here on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. This is Hans Olsen and Scotty G, presented by Mountain Land Supply on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Hans and Scotty, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. All is right in the world. No, not because T. Swizzle got herself engaged. No, it's because we get our weekly conversation with the man, the myth, the legend, from the worldwide leader himself. It is Ian Fitzsimmons. Ian, how you doing?
What's up, Ian?
Boys, I just got done watching a little Oregon Ducks practice. They look crisp, jaws locked, and just watching guys get after each other in week one. Just leading up to week one, it's just a beautiful thing, boys. I mean, it warms the heart. You know, I mean, you may not have had a meal for a week, but you're no longer hungry. You may not have had a glass of water for 3 days, and you're in the middle of a damn Nevada desert. You're no longer thirsty. You want to know why? It's freaking college football season. That's why. So let's go, boys. I mean, it doesn't get much better. How we doing? We ready?
Even when the Valley of the Bobcat, the Montana State Bobcat, is wandering into town to see the Oregon Duck, it's still an exciting week.
Hell yes. But you know how it is, Hans. I mean, you think Dan Lanning is looking at a logo, right? Or Will Stein is OC as he's breaking in a new quarterback, and Lanning doesn't announce anything on a 2-deep. I mean, at all until Friday afternoon, Saturday morning. But I think it's going to be. We all believe it's going to be Dante Moore, but. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't care who you're playing. You know, the great teams get ready for whomever the hell you're putting in front of them, whether it's UCLA, like Utah's got, or Montana State coming in to play Oregon. So, this is like that week leading up to Christmas, right, where it doesn't get much better. You're just waiting and waiting, and now we got 2 more sleeps, and we got a pretty good Thursday night. We got Auburn Baylor on Friday night, and then Saturday. I don't remember, guys, an opening weekend like this one in the last 20 years. Not neutral site games, which I'll be at 2 of them, by the way. I got both games in Atlanta. But you got Texas at Ohio State, LSU at Clemson, Bama at Florida State. Mike Norvell, I mean, I can't wait to see what the hell he does or doesn't have this year. And then Catholics versus Convicts, 2025 style, Notre Dame at Miami. I mean, come on, boys.
That's
when was
a killer.
The last time we saw something like this?
That's an amazing slate, brother. That's as good as it gets when you open up college football.
That's Wagyu. Right?
Yeah, that's Wagyu.
I mean, Saturday, Iowa State, Kansas State, that was like some chicken wings. Now we're getting twice baked and some veggies and a Wagyu steak. Let's go.
I thought that was going to be Wagyu, but it turned out to be maybe some chopsteak. It wasn't. It was good. It helped fill the palate, but it wasn't quite what I was hoping for.
It was buffalo wings with the ranch. We didn't get the blue cheese.
You didn't get blue cheese. No,
we got the ranch.
Yeah,
and there was breading
down
on
the road because now you guys just reminded me of something. First of all, when it comes to chicken wings, hot, and then try this: honey mustard instead of ranch, instead of blue cheese.
I can't do it.
I know.
No, I can't do it.
Have you tried it? Have you tried it?
No, I haven't, and I don't think I can.
Dude, hold on a minute. Remember the first time you had asparagus and you didn't want to eat it because it just looked kind of funny on your plate? Yeah. And your mom or your dad was like, no, hey, look, you're eating it. It's a vegetable. It's good for you. And the first time you had it was like some Lee and Perrin, some Tony Chachere's, cracked, black pepper, a little Worcestershire, chopped garlic. You're like, oh,
Parmesan.
Oh, hell yeah. And you're like, oh, wait, it may look bad, it may sound funny, but it tastes good. Well, guess what? Honey mustard, chicken wings, tastes good. Trust me, try it.
Scotty?
Speaking of food, now you got me going on a whole other tangent. So you know what famous movie was filmed here in the 70s, right, at the University of Oregon in Eugene?
Hit me.
Come on. Animal House.
Whoa, I didn't know that. That was at University of Oregon?
Yes, 0.0. Yeah, I mean, that was filmed right here at Oregon, where I am right now. And you know what is still in existence and thriving is the Dexter Lake Club, where
Nice.
Otis Day and the Knights, right? When
Otis,
you walk in.
my man, Otis.
We'd like to do a tune entitled Shamalama Ding Dong. So hit it. I am going to go and get in a 3-point stance on Wednesday night after I get off the air from the old student radio station at the University of Oregon. I am driving 24.2 miles, a marathon, straight, or is that 26.2? I think it's 26.2.
Yes.
Anyway, just 2 miles short of a marathon, which I will never run. And I am going to get in a 3-point stance and fire off an attack, a cold one, and a cheeseburger at the Dexter Lake Club. It is still open to this day, and I cannot wait to get in there and crush it.
And mid-mill, you'll do an impersonation of a pimple. And just off you go, man. I'm a zit. Yeah, that's it. Yep.
Was that Kevin Bacon's unveiling? Was that the first we saw of Mr. Bacon?
I think it was. No, wait, hold on. Was it? Yeah, it may have been.
It was pre-Footloose.
Calm. All is well. Remain calm. Thank you, sir. May I have another? I mean, we go on and on, boys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Chip Diller.
What's the expectations on Oregon after that year they had last year? What's Dan Lanning do for a follow-up on that one?
Man, I really believe that this might be his best team that he's had, at least the deepest team that he's had. I just sat down with him. We had about a 20-minute conversation, and there's some guys on this squad that may not be household names yet, but they will be. I promise you. I mean, they are loaded. And everyone we all talk quarterback, right? Because we all know if you ain't got a quarterback, you ain't got a shot. I mean, you got no chance. But, I mean, Dante Moore committed to Oregon. I watched Dante Moore, quarterback at UCLA, and got his butt kicked right there at Rice Eccles by Kyle Whittingham and Morgan Scalley. And he left UCLA, went back to Oregon last year just to learn Will Stein's system, the offensive coordinator there. I think Dante Moore is going to have an outstanding sophomore campaign. He is so ridiculously talented. Poncho on the offensive line is solid as hell. When you have a guy like Bryce Betcher at a linebacker, I mean, that's basically having Dan Lanning on the field as a damn coach on the field. I mean, it is invaluable, as you guys know, to have someone like that out there. So I think this is a remarkably deep team, and they're going to be in the hunt. They're making the college football playoff. They'll be right there in contention again for the Big Ten, and I think that they have a legit shot at getting to the national championship. I think this might be the most wide open year when it comes to true national title contenders. Man, I've got 9, guys. I got 9 teams that I would not be surprised if any one of them were to win a national championship. And by the way, I don't know about Natty, but I think Utah is going to be in the Big 12 championship game. I think they are loaded up front on both sides of the ball. You finally don't have to worry about whether Cam Rising is going to play or not play. Thank God.
That's a big one.
And everyone talking about Mateer and Arbuckle going from Washington State to Oklahoma. Well, Dampier and Beck going to Utah from New Mexico, exact same thing. Flying under the radar. I think that's a really, really solid squad right there at Rice Eccles.
Hey, we're talking about Oregon, Ian, and I think that there's a lot that we learned from Oregon's situation. They go 13-0 in the regular season in 2024, beating Penn State. They beat Ohio State earlier in the season. It was like mid-October, and everything is going well. Their final game was December 7th. They didn't play again until January 1st, where Ohio State, in a rematch, kind of beats them pretty well.
Beat the hell out of them, didn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't even close. It was over at halftime.
They beat them up. So I don't know. What does Oregon learn from that? Do they try to figure out something after December 7th? Do they try to figure out something to fill the gaps? And then how much difference is it now that the college football playoff is going to be built by numbers and not by conference champions?
That's the kicker right there. You just said it. I mean, that system last year was one of the dumbest damn things that college football has done in a while, and we've done some pretty stupid things to try and screw this great game up. But I think that just not having this, okay, well, you win your conference, you get an automatic bye. No, you got to earn that, right? And so now we're ranking them 1 through 12. Whoop, there you go. And look at the teams that had the bye last year in the college football playoff. It wasn't exactly a good thing because of what you just said. It's that age-old adage, rust versus rest. And the rest hurt the Ducks. I mean, I remember talking to Lanning before the Rose Bowl at Media Day, and he was telling me how the guys, he was going to back off a little bit in practice, and his players were telling him, no, we got to hit, man. I mean, we haven't hit in a while. And that's, again, you're talking about a month layoff almost. That's never good. I don't care if it's the old bowl system. I remember when Miami played Ohio State in 2002 for the national championship. Those two teams had like 30 days off since the last time they played. That's no bueno. It stinks. So having finally just going 1 through 12 and not having these auto, the AQ automatic, bye week stuff because you won your conference. Thank goodness that's gone. And because the Ducks, that was the worst draw for any team that was a number 1 overall seed and undefeated, because you got caught by an Ohio State squad, which was remarkably talented. But after that Michigan loss, I don't know if you guys remember this, they had a meeting that lasted about 3 hours of a bunch of mother ruin and yelling and tears and everything else. And they came out of that meeting, coaching staff and the players, like a rabid dog. I mean, they just turned feral. And the next thing you know, they unleashed a big old can of whoop ass on everybody, starting with the Vols right there at the Horseshoe. So having that bye week is not necessarily a positive thing, but I'll tell you this. I know that there is no doubt in my mind Oregon's going to be there in the mix, and they're one of my 9 teams that can easily win a national championship. Not easily, but be there for a national championship, I should say.
So you're buying stock in Utah. What about BYU, who returns a lot of talent, but, of course, the quarterback situation going with the true freshman?
Never seen a guy take a snap, and I can't wait to watch it because you know how much I love me some Kalani Sitake. Having Martin back at running back is probably the best thing that could happen to a freshman quarterback, right? I mean, any quarterback's best friend is a running game. Not even your offensive line, because that goes hand in hand also, right? So if you can tote it, takes a lot of pressure off a young quarterback. Having Jack Kelly back is that – when I was just talking about Bryce Betcher, linebacker at Oregon, that's the exact damn same thing that Kalani Sitake has in Jack Kelly, right? I mean, it's an extension of the coaching staff on the field. So BYU is a big unknown to me. Whenever you count Sitake out, that's when you look up and go, the Cougs with 10 wins. Whenever they're expected to be really good, you're like, wait, what happened? So this is one of those years they're kind of like last year a bit, guys. And then next thing you know, where you look up and they're 7-0, 8-0, and in the college football playoff conversation. But right now, no one's really talking about BYU, and I can promise you, and you guys know this as well as anybody, that's exactly the way Sitake wants it.
Mm-hmm. Give me your Mike Gundy take. What happens with Oklahoma State? Again, speaking of Oregon, number two game, Oklahoma State.
No earthly idea. I'm not kidding. Go back to last year, preseason top 25. That's why preseason polls are fun to talk about. I like it. You like it. We all like it as fans, right? But they mean absolutely nothing. I mean, I think half the time, almost like every other year since 2000, it's roughly at least 10 teams that were preseason AP top 25 are either at the bottom end or out of the top 25. So I don't know what Oklahoma State has. I really don't, guys. And I know it's very rare to hear in our business, but that's a team I thought they were going to be pretty good last year. We all saw that one. I was there for Utah where it was about 140 on the field, man, where I saw, mascots jumping into ice bends. I mean, Swoop jumped into the damn ice bin because he was so freaking – I've never seen – those big ice bends out in front of gas stations, right, where you go get your bags of ice?
Oh, yeah.
Swoop jumped in the damn thing. It was up the tunnel in Stillwater, and he just jumped in because he was just, done, cooked. They got killed. I mean, Oklahoma, I wish I could give you an answer on the mullet, but I have no earthly idea what they do or don't have. None.
Is there any more pressure on anybody in college football more than James Franklin with what he's got at Penn State?
I think they all feel pressure, Scotty, and you've known me for over 20 years now. That to me is Brian Kelly's got pressure. Going down the list of guys, Hugh Freeze at Auburn's got pressure. James Franklin, it's a different kind. He and Brian Kelly are kind of rowing the same boat. James Franklin took a step forward last year. Getting to the semis, coming close, just a few plays away, but still, you still got to find a way to beat Ohio State. You got to find a way to win that big game, like when Oregon goes to Happy Valley. You got to find a way to win those games. Until that happens, they're going to be that New Year's Six or that college football playoff team that doesn't get to the title game. On paper, they're as talented as any team in the country. The problem is the head coach, because for some reason they just can't get over that hump when it comes to that signature big win, especially in the regular season.
want to get your thoughts on Utah State. Bronco Mendenhall. Can he get things going early?
You guys talked to him earlier today, didn't you?
Just for a bit. He's got a bad cell phone. He's got to work on that cell phone plan a little bit.
We did get a few things out of him, though.
Can we get an NIL deal for the head coach?
Seriously.
Absolutely.
Barnes is a quarterback, right? A senior. I'm going to be brutally honest. I mean, I have not studied Utah State getting ready for 2 games this weekend over in Atlanta, and kind of focusing more on the national picture. But I love Bronco coming back, man. What is this? His 19th, 20th year as a head coach. When he left Virginia, that was a sad day, just because there's certain guys that the game is better with them in it. And Bronco Mendenhall is one of those guys. He came back home to the state of Utah. You mentioned that pressure word, Scotty. There's not as much pressure at your alma mater, and he can just go coach ball and be. And I think that's going to be one of the more content and happiest versions of Bronco that we have seen in a long, long time. Like Pat Fitzgerald's another one of those guys. I mean, he got railroaded at Northwestern. I don't know if you read that statement at Northwestern. Yeah. It was like, our bad, we were wrong. Here's your $68 million and change for defamation and wrongful termination, right? And I hope Pat Fitzgerald gets back into college football as a head coach, because the game is better with guys like that in it. So for guys like, hopefully Fitz comes back in. It's great to see Bronco back in. I know they don't have a lot back on offense. I think maybe 2, maybe 3 starters back. Yeah. Still a little thin on defense, but when it comes to coaching them up, Bronco is going to get the best out of any Aggie that is padded up in that blue and white.
Oh, yeah.
Ian, you're the best, man. It's always good catching up. Have a good call, and let's do this again next week.
Yeah. Shama-lama. Lama ding dong. Hey, I'm going there tomorrow, boys. I'll let you know. I'll give you a scouting report. I
want pictures, man. Send them over. I want to see it. Let's go.
I'll be in my birthday suit. It might be that good. Watch out.
Well, yeah, I don't need that.
Pictures or it didn't happen.
See you, boys.
There he is, Ian Fitzsimmons. Used to do sports radio here in Salt Lake City, now working and calling games on ESPN.